Great day. Brandon Jackson, your online social distance educator. I wanted to come to you today about a really serious topic. We're talking about dropouts. No, not student dropout, but parent dropout. So yes, we can get into a conversation amongst educators in the community about how we're working to retain all of our high school students, which we're struggling with. According to statistics, about 4.8 to 6% of our scholars aged 15 to 24 will leave high school without a credential. So we know, parents, the frustration that is getting involved with online social distance learning, but just as we're begging those kids, we can't lose you in this process as well. So we know as states are opening up and restrictions are changing, parents are so frustrated with the online social distancing process. But now is not the time to allow COVID learning decline. We have to stay involved. So I have to ask the question, is learning optional? So look, we're all struggling. Parents, educators, community leaders, superintendents, but it's a global issue as well. We're in uncharted territory. Never before have we had this type of issue. So we're talking about 22 different countries, 3 different continents, 1.5 billion students according to the United Nations, and 87% of the world's population is at home right now due to this pandemic. Where in addition to that, we're talking about 60 million teachers, who are at home as well, who are preparing their young people for safety in addition to creating innovative, exciting, and engaging content for our students as well. So parents, absolutely we're frustrated. I'm a parent, I'm frustrated. I have 2 little people at home. I'm doing my very best to get them going. So let's kind of look into parent frustration because it spans all the way across the board. Some of our parents who admittedly with the survey stated to us that they could provide everything that they needed for their kid, but 56% of those parents still felt like they were not giving their kid everything that kid needed to be successful. Well, 72% of our low-income parents said they feel the exact same way. And so we're hearing the stories of parents on both ends. I'm hearing the stories of parents who can't afford Wi-Fi, or parents who are having issue with computers and all of the other nuances that we're having during this process. And so school leaders are listening to you. We're doing everything that we can because now we're finding out that some of our parents without Wi-Fi who are participating in this process are driving to restaurant parking lots, are driving outside of libraries. And since we've received that information, many of the school districts that I work with, they're taking their routers and they're pointing them toward the parking lots so that they can engage those students in learning as well. Many districts are giving out laptops, are giving out iPads, but also research is showing that some districts are giving out cell phones as well because they found that some kids respond better to text than email. Some kids are at a place where they're really stressed out with what's going on. So, what are the resolutions? Let's keep my videos real short. Don't drop out. Don't even think about skipping classes. And parents, I'm talking to you. So first of all, get rid of any guilt that is inside of you, outside of you loving and hugging and being a parent for your young person. Everything else, we can work with that. Get away from the concept of learning just from a computer. So yes, we have distance learning, but learning happens all the time. And so we teach to the whole kid. Every school has after-school programs and different enrichment, sports, band, music, academic games. We have everything because we know how important it is to work with the whole kid, and teaming and leadership and confidence building. So let me just move on really quick. What does learning look like? Hands-on, still visual learning. Visual, kids are still learning. Kinesthetic, kids are moving around, they're doing different things. It's still learning. Building the fort, it's still learning. So, watching these kids watch the Ben shows and asking them some stuff, it's still learning. So, let me give you a couple of things that I'm doing with my young people. We start a Socratic seminar because the main thing you have to do is teach the kid to own their own learning. Parents, you're not an educator, and we know that greatness resides within, and you're great. So we understand that. We're just asking you to help us manage this process. So in the morning, there's things that you can do to talk to your scholar. You can say, what classes or subjects are you working on today? Do you have any assessments? How will you spend your time today? What resources do you need? Is there anything that I can help you out with? And then as you get on later on in the evening, you can come back and check back in with your scholar. How far did you get in learning today? What was very easy about what was going on today? What was difficult about what was going on today? What was a pro as we move up in age level? What was a con? Because at certain components, we started having kids write to make decisions, and also ACT and SAT will start to look at how the kid can communicate on paper. So, check around with your school, find out what the resources are. Many schools have outside resources and are connecting and partnering with enrichment programs such as Greatness Camp. We're offering online support to schools, districts, community leaders, and individuals as well. So feel free to reach out to us as well. So, in closing, the reason for these videos is to become the online provider of resources for parents during this COVID time. And as an educator, I'm struggling myself, but I want to make sure that the people who are watching this video have some type of feeling to get the anxiety down, that we're all working to get this together. So, if you'd like to find out more about Greatness Camp, you can contact me at www.thegreatnesscamp.com. If you're looking for speaking, if you're looking for products, services, consulting, or anything that you need. If you need me personally, I can be reached at greatnesscamp@gmail.com. So, who says educators don't still make house calls? But before you go, I need you to remember, greatness resides within. You're doing a great job. Don't drop out. Stick with us. We love you. We want you to love yourself, love your child, love your community, and love each other. I hope to speak to you again in another video. Great day.